We've got Germany versus Korea. That's right. It's going to be VOD-Mondragon from Germany versus KTF, now Ra. Now, I have been told by several people that this is going to be a very good game off the start. And it looks like the players are ready, and I'm ready, so we might actually get started. Okay, good lucks have been exchanged. We're about to get started, folks. Here we go. StarCraft Brood War action at BlizzCon 2005. Starting off, going to be following Nal Ra. He's playing Protoss. Got himself the 9 o'clock position here on a custom map. They had a nice little custom map contest at Blizzard. And the winners get to have their maps played here at BlizzCon. So we've got some early scouting going on by both players. Mondragon sending off a Protoss probe, and now Mondragon sending off his Overlord, and now Ra sending off a probe, doing some early scouting. Again, both players not super familiar with this map. I did have the privilege of hanging out with Nal Ra yesterday. We went on a nice little tour of Blizz HQ. Yes, I did get to touch the Night Elf statue. We got a pause here coming from Nal Ra. I think there might be a slight problem. So yeah, I did get to go on a tour and hang out with some of these pro players. It was a lot of fun. We went to Hooters. We had some chicken wings. Nal Ra ate 50 chicken wings by himself. He's a machine. I think we're just having some checks on the earplugs. Oh, no earpiece. Okay. I'll try. Testing. Okay, so we have started back up. Going to try and keep things a bit more discreet as time goes on. A couple players worried about that. Not a whole lot of different starting locations here on this map, though. There are only 2, so there's not exactly too many places your opponent could be. Regardless, we do have some early scouting coming from both players. Now Ra sent up a probe near the ramp of his opponent, Mondragon. We got some good moves coming from Nal Ra very shortly. Mondragon bringing over some drones to see what's going on. He has seen this early rush coming from his opponent. We have a pylon and 2 gateways going up for Nal Ra just outside the ramp. Looks like he is going to try and block that ramp from his opponent. We do have the probe still scouting inside the main base of Mondragon. Mondragon going to send over a drone to try and finish it off. Not going to happen. The probe is going to do a little bit of a dance, as probes tend to do, inside the main base of Mondragon. Now he's trying to get his spawning pool down so he can have some kind of defense versus this early rush. We do have a gateway that has been completed. Another one on the way for Nal Ra. We do have a Overlord that's just kind of hanging out in the middle of the map, probably going to check on Nal Ra's base inside the main base of Mondragon. Again, we still have that probe scouting around. Again, Mondragon now with 3 eggs down. That's going to be 6 Zerglings coming up soon for him. We've got those 2 gateways down blocking the ramp, and Zealot's going to come out to do a little bit of enforcing. Yes, that's what they like to do best. Might call them the StarCraft bouncers. But we do have some Zerglings coming on down right now. Now Ra's going to position his Zealot in between the two gateways to try and take as little damage as possible. Zerglings going after the gateway, trying to finish it off. Zealot comes out, kills off one of the Zerglings. Zerglings coming into the choke point right now. Now Ra bringing over 3 Zealots, going to go up the ramp, go after the Zerglings. And Mondragon going to try and maintain some kind of control, going to try and avoid the Zealots to do some damage to those gateways so he can get out of the area and stop any reinforcements from coming from Now Ra. Now we've got Now Ra just going after the Zerglings one at a time, surrounding one of them, killing them off. Mondragon trying to occupy some time there. He's got himself a sunken colony and bringing over 2 Zerglings as well. Trying to finish off the scout here of Now Ra, who has been able to stay alive for quite a while. Only has 5 HP. Now the Zergling's going to come down, finish it off. No more scouting for you, says Mondragon. But the damage is starting to get done here as Now Ra coming down, doing some damage to the mineral gatherers of Mondragon. Now Ra bringing in some more reinforcements right now. We've got ourselves 3 Zealots coming in to reinforce the 3 already. We got 6 Zealots total coming in from Now Ra. We've got ourselves about 10 Zerglings here for Mondragon. Now Ra going to come down, do some more damage to the drones. One of the Zealots will get finished off here. Nothing going on really inside the main base of Now Ra. Just keeping the attack on the offensive here, right near Mondragon's main base, right down from the ramp. Again, very straightforward attack. Went straight across the map, just went ahead and built a very offensive position up. And now we've got Mondragon trying to come in and do some damage to those gateways. He does manage to sneak 2 Zerglings through, but the Zealots managed to block off the other 2. 2 Zerglings have come through. Now Ra doesn't really have any defenses at his main base, and I think he's going to feel the pain now. No, he's getting himself 1 pylon up. He should have himself up a gateway as soon as he can, but it's not going to happen for a while. We've got Mondragon, who is taking some damage inside of his main base. Here come the Zealots inside of his main base. We've got about 6 Zealots inside of the base, and they will finish off several Zerglings. And they're now going for the sunken colony. Sunken colony about to go bye-bye. There it goes. Drone's biting the dust now as well. Mondragon does not have much he can do. He's still going for some more Zerglings, I think. Trying to stay alive for as long as possible. Might be a wasted effort at this point. Now Ra has done some major damage to his base. Mondragon going to say, GG, good game. First one going to go to Now Ra. Again, that map was Nightlife. The winner of the first match is going to be Now Ra. Did a very good job there. Versus Mondragon in the first game. We're going to have the second game started up just in a moment here, so be sure to hang with us. Going to be lots of good action today, all day. StarCraft Brood War, Warcraft 3, here at BlizzCon 2005. Inside the Game is here, www.radioitg for the site, folks. We have a video stream up. Be sure to check it out. Got some good stuff. You get to see my face. All right. We'll have the second game starting up here in just a moment, so be sure to stay with us.
You're quite right in thinking that this is a situation that calls for an absurd British comedy.
Drain the pool, get on your board, and wall plant 3 times. And lose the scarf.
Oh, but never survive. You see, unless you get a little bit crazy.
How's that? Want incredible entertainment experiences in your lab? Get Intel Centrino mobile technology in your laptop.
Okay, folks, we are going to get the second map started here in just a moment. And here we go. Countdown is starting. Second map, now Ra-vs-Mondragon. Germany versus Korea. Following Nal Ra off the start, he has got himself Protoss, and Mondragon has picked himself the Zerg. Both players' favorite race is here for BlizzCon. We got a nice big prize for the winner. So both players going to try their hardest to get this win. Again, not very many start locations on this one, only 2. So you pretty much know where your opponent is right off the bat. We have gotten a couple opinions thus far on the maps for the tournament. A lot of the players have liked Signal as their favorite map of the maps that were created for this tournament. A couple people like Nightlight, the map that was just played, but most seem to agree that this was the best map that was created for the tournament. So hopefully we'll see the best games on this map tonight. Or today, as the case may be. Again, for those just tuning in, this is Nal Ra versus Mondragon. We've got some early scouting being done. And a nice little confrontation between probe and drone there. Probe from Nal Ra now coming inside the base of Mondragon, scoping out his drones. They are a delightful brown color. Very important. The color matters a whole lot in this game. Can determine the victor of the match. Some more scouting being done by Nal Ra. He's going to pop in and out of Mondragon's base throughout the tournament, most likely. Some early scouting by Mondragon has discovered a possible early expansion coming from Nal Ra. He will fake a placement of a forge, or I think that might have been a gateway he was trying to fake there. Forge has been placed. We could have the Nexus coming in soon. Usually don't see many Protoss fast expoing, but Nal Ra is going to go for it this time. His opponent has done the same thing. Mondragon getting his hatchery down. The probe of Nal Ra still inside the main base of Mondragon. Mondragon has gotten himself a spawning pool down now. He's going to get some Zerglings to pop shortly. Inside the main base of Nal Ra, or I'm sorry, his expansion, he's getting his Nexus down, photon cannon, and another photon cannon just to ensure that it is safe. Notice the building placement here, making sure that he can create himself a nice little choke point if necessary. Defend his drones, keep his mineral gatherer safe. Got an Overlord now, scouting here for Mondragon off the start. Getting his second hatchery down at his expansion, that's going to enable him to create more units a bit quicker. He's going to have more units to select from as he is a Zerg player. You have 3 little broodlings that wander around the brood. That's the purple stuff, for those that don't know. And that is where you select your units and create them. So we've got 6 Zerglings now just defending this expansion of Mondragon inside of his main base. Going to have a Zerg evolution chamber, so that could mean that he is going to go for some upgrades on those Zerglings early on. Tend to see a lot of Hydralisks versus Protoss, but he could be going for some speed and some damage. Inside the main base of Nal Ra, we don't have a whole lot going on. Sticking with his expansion as main source of production. Got a gateway there, forge, 2 photon cannons to protect, and he's got a first zealot to pop out. He's also doing some scouting in the lower right here. Could have himself another expansion, possibly. We might have our first confrontation. We got a Zealot running into the Zerglings. Mondragon's going to see his opponent trying to finish off the Zealot. The Zealot runs directly up and away, trying to get away from the damage. No thanks, I do not like having my shield hurt. I will run away from you. He's going to try and sneak back. Mondragon's going to catch him, trying to finish off that Zealot. Not allowing him inside his base would be a good idea. Sunken Colony now down inside that expansion base for Mondragon. We've got a second Zealot on the way through the middle of the map for Ra. Again, Ra from Korea, Mondragon from Germany. Nice little play there by Ra. He has dragged the Zerglings away from the main base. Could be doing a little bit of a strike here. He has forced the Zerglings away from the expansion base of Mondragon. He's going to use his probe to drag them away. And there it goes. There comes the Zealot inside the mineral line, going after the drones right now of Mondragon. Mondragon bring down some Zerglings to try and reinforce his lines. The Zealot's going to run behind the mineral lines, trying to avoid the damage. He's going to stay and fight it out. He's going to duke it out. He is an Iron Man. Here comes the Zealot the other way, going directly towards the main base of Mondragon. Still got that scouting probe just kind of hanging out inside the main base of Mondragon. Hydralisk Den coming up soon for him. 3 eggs down. Probably going to see an Overlord and some more units. Not a whole lot going on inside the expansion bases of Ra, but he does have himself 3 photon cannons, 4, and an assimilator coming up. Still doing some scouting on his opponent, Mondragon. Now Ra bringing his probe right through his mineral line, so the Zerglings get blocked up a little bit. They do have the speed upgrade, so they will catch that probe and get in the attacks that they need to finish it off, whether it be now or like a couple seconds from now. Probe trying to hide inside the mineral line of his opponent, sneaks through. Nice little move there by Ra. Almost got away, but Mondragon finished him off. I think that was a little bit of a show-off maneuver coming from Ra. Who can blame him, though? Got to try and get in those little moves whenever you can. Got some action over at that expansion base. Now Ra starting to mess up a little bit of an army here. We've got 2 Zealots and a Dragoon. 4 Zerglings now making their way over through the middle of the map. We could have ourselves a nice little attack coming here from Mondragon. Mondragon positioning himself. Got lots of Hydralisks now inside his main base as well. Taking a look at now Ra's expansion. He's got a Dragoon now going, working over that Overlord. If there is a third map, folks, and that means that Mondragon would have to win this one, we're going to be going to Rhodes and Antigua Prime. Now, it's a very open map, a little bit different than the last 2 that we've seen. And it could be very good for both of these players. It looks to be very good for Zerg or Protoss. So, it could be a very interesting map choice. Anyway, we've got the Zerglings making their way through the bottom portions of the map, running into one of the scouting probes of Ra. 4 units popping here for Mondragon. Got himself 2 hatcheries at that expansion. Might have ourselves some action here very shortly. Now Ra has seen this coming attack from Mondragon. We've got Lurkers coming in, that's right. 6 Lurkers coming in to assist. Mondragon putting the hurt on now Ra, or at least he's going to try to. Lurkers have gone down. The drone taking a serious beating. Lurker's going to move forward and trying to press his attack is Mondragon. Mondragon going for a very offensive position here, bringing forth his Lurkers, going after the Zealots of his opponent. Again, now Ra has put down some photon cannons, so the Lurkers will have to back up until they get a couple more reinforcements. Mondragon's going to try and reposition those to cut off any resupply from his opponent. He's going to try and control this map as much as possible. Notice his positioning thus far. He has grabbed a lot of the positions here on Signal. Again, a custom map created for BlizzCon especially. Pylon taking a bit of a beating here inside Now Ra's expansion base. Finally got an observer out now for Now Ra. Going to be able to see those lurkers ahead of time. Uh-oh. Mondragon messing up a little bit of a force here. Still going after that pylon, doing a little bit of damage there. Gonna have some upgrades coming from Mondragon as well shortly. There we go. There goes some High Templar Psystorm action going after those lurkers. It's a good way to finish them off without taking any real damage. Another Psystorm gonna finish off that lurker. Followed up with a Zealot Psyblade shot to the face. Usually a good way to finish off your opponent. Mondragon all over the map right now. Gonna try a concentrated push here on Now Ra as soon as he can. Now Ra probably just gaining some resources. And here we go, here's the big fight. Now Ra bringing in his High Templar. Notice how he's positioning his High Templar in between all the units, trying to keep it alive, doing some Psystorms and running away. Nice Psystorm there. Got himself an Archon now as well. Some very good ground assistance. Zealot fighting the dust there, still inside the range of those lurkers. Again, Mondragon trying to control the map as much as possible, keeping Now Ra in his base. But Now Ra's pushing in hard. There he goes. We've got several High Templar coming out, doing some good Psystorms, finishing off those lurkers. Nice attacks coming from Now Ra. More Archons now coming for Now Ra. Very good ground troops to hit ground and air. Lurkers still trying to get in position here for Mondragon. He's going to bring his Scourge now as well, trying to finish off any observers that he happens to catch. That will help him out a lot. But here comes his opponent, Now Ra. Now Ra making his way through the middle of the map, slowly but surely. He's going to throw down a pylon to try and reinforce his lines, possibly get himself another expansion there. There we go, seeing that Nexus plop down. Got himself a pretty nice balanced force here. High Templar, Archons, Dragoons, and Zealots. The Zerglings of Mondragon being pushed back as Now Ra moving through the middle of the map right now. Again, the map is Signal. Now Ra playing Protoss and Mondragon playing the Zerg. If this is your first time seeing a StarCraft Brood War match, congratulations. It's a pro one. Big attack coming on now by Now Ra. He's got a lot of units to deal with. Nice Psystorm placement. Gonna finish off lots of Zerglings. Great attacks there by Now Ra. He's gonna back off. He knows he can't face all those Zerglings at once. Getting in a better position to use his Psystorm. Finishing off lots of Zerglings. Good job there by Now Ra. Now Ra holding back his opponent Mondragon. Mondragon 2-1 on the upgrades to those Zerglings, so they can take a little bit more damage than normal, but it's not going to be enough. Here come the Lurkers. Lurkers trying to get in position. Now Ra going to back up as much as he can. He doesn't have any High Templar to finish off those Lurkers. The Lurkers need to be unburrowed and brought over to the action. Here they come. Lurkers going to reinforce the lines. We've got lots of Dragoons finishing off those Zerglings as quickly as possible, but now Ra going to move into full retreat now. He's got himself three photon cannons to hold off this attack of Mondragon. Notice how he's engaging, backing up, engaging, and backing up, making his opponent go right into his lines of fire, slowly finishing him off. But Mondragon going to be coming in with some more units. Here we go. His opponent has seen him. Nice Psystorm again. Gonna hurt him big time. Now Ra gonna finish off yet another attack by Mondragon. Notice all the blood, folks. There's just a whole lot of blood. Units moving through the middle of the map right now for Now Ra, possibly doing another push on the bases of his opponent. Again, we have ourselves 3 bases, possibly a 4th one. Yep. 4th one is going to be on the way for Mondragon. But Now Ra has seen it. We've got Scourge moving over to try and intercept any possible observers. But nice Psystorms yet again from Mondragon. Zerglings now coming in from the sides, going to try a nice pincer maneuver. Here we go. Going to finish off the Zealots. Chasing after Now Ra is Mondragon. So far, a pretty even matchup. even though now Ra has been doing a lot of brilliant attacks, it's not going to be enough to finish off Mondragon. He's going to try and maintain as much of control of this map as possible. We do have another expansion going down now. And it looks as if Mondragon has seen some action up top. No, he's bringing over an Overlord. He has not seen it. Heading over towards the left side of the map, going after the big Expo. Yes, he has. He has seen it. Bringing on over some Zealots is now Ra. Now Ra going to reinforce his lines, forcing Mondragon to retreat. He's hightailing it out of there. He does not want any of that. Mondragon moving on over through the middle of the map right now. He has seen a Dark Templar. Could be a bad sign. Dark Templar kind of finish off those Zerglings in like one shot. They are invisible to the naked eye. You do need yourselves a detector to see them. That's what those Overlords are for. Zerglings coming on down to reinforce the expansion of Mondragon. He's been holding it pretty well, but so has now Ra, who's been playing pretty defensive offense, if that makes sense. Mondragon just kind of waiting right now, positioning himself to make another attack. Meanwhile, now Ra has quite the force moving on through the map, looking for his opportunity to attack. Some Archons coming down for now Ra. A lot of upgrades researched thus far for Mondragon. Going with those Carapace upgrades. Keeps a nice little defense going on his units. Both players staying pretty defensive at the moment, just making sure they are ready for the next attack. Lots of Zealots now coming on for now Ra, getting himself in position near his expansion. We could see a big push coming for him. 2 upgrades to those side blades. Scourge doing a little bit of scouting, it appears. Trying to catch any observers unaware. Now Ra has seen a scouting Overlord, going to go after it a little bit. Try and push it away. Got another expansion going down. Now Ra has just seen some Ultralisks from Mondragon. Mondragon positioning himself just outside of his expansion base. Again, I'd like to welcome everybody to BlizzCon. This is the StarCraft Brood War Invitational Tournament, and I am Wax Steven for Inside the Game, www.radioitg.com. If you want to check out all the action, we do have a video stream up. Hi to everybody on the video stream. Not a whole lot of action going on right now. Both players trying to mass up some units. Again, the map choice is Signal. So far, it has been one of the player favorites of the custom maps that were created for BlizzCon. Here comes the big attack now from now Ra. Several Archon Zealots and some High Templar coming in. Nice positioning of photon cannons, going to end the resistance on the bridge. Now Ra with some good defense set up. Uh-oh, here comes some Overlords making their way over towards the main base of now Ra. This could be some trouble. Overlords can transport units. They will. Units being dropped inside the main base of Nal Ra. Big drop going on. Ultralisks all over the place going after those pylons. And Nal Ra going to come in to try and reinforce things, bring down his Archons as well. Notice he's throwing down some photon cannons. He knows those will not go down anytime soon. Ultralisks out front trying to finish off those Archons. Good units to go after those Archons. Just about the only units for the Zerg that can go toe-to-toe with them. And that will finish off most of the main base of Nal Ra. He's going to have to force some kind of a reposition here on this map and get something else going. Got some Ultralisks at one of the other bases now too as well. More Ultralisks coming in to finish off those photon cannons. Nicely done here by Mondragon. He's getting a lot of kills in and some major raisings going on. More units coming in for reinforcements, and we do have some Dark Swarm action. Going to try and stop those Psy Storms as much as possible. Ultralisks all over the place. Dark Swarms going to finish off that expansion. Big push by Mondragon. Great job. Apparently Nal Ra left him alone for too long. Ultralisks all up in those probes business. They're going to finish things off for those probes. And Mondragon still with a nice force here all over the base of Nal Ra. He has taken some major damage, but you know, Mondragon's not going to waste this time. He does have himself a lot of expansions. He's going to keep building throughout this entire attack and make sure that he gets the win. Got some Dark Templar out now as well for Nal Ra. That's going to do a great job of finishing off those heavy units. There are no scouts there for Mondragon. Their Ultralisks will be finished off. Two Zerglings going to grab this last Zealot, and here comes that Dark Templar that has wreaked so much damage to Mondragon's forces. Notice killing him off in one hit. Defiler going to do some devouring. Grabbing a little bit more energy. Templar going to finish it off. Again, very nice drop there by Mondragon. Notice how he's biding his time, waiting for that next push. I do see some more Overlords making their way across the map. Could have ourselves another push, but great positioning of those photon cannons. Going to force those Overlords away. Dark Templar for Nal Ra, going to try and sneak in and do some damage to Mondragon's base. Got some Ultralisks and an Overlord chasing after it. Probably not going to happen anytime soon. Still got 3 Zerglings inside the main base of Nal Ra. One Psy Storm going to quickly finish those guys off. No soup for you. More units being matched up here by Mondragon. Could see another push soon. I know he's got to take advantage of that nice drop that he did, or else it's going to be wasted. Another expansion going down here for Mondragon. I believe we've only got 2 more spots that can be built on. No, about 3. So both players taking full advantage of this map. We want to use up as many resources as possible. Nice little force being matched up here by Mondragon. We could see another push coming. Putting his Defilers a bit close to the action. Usually you try and keep those guys alive. Another nice little Psy Storm coming from Nal Ra. Going to finish off lots of those Zerglings. More Dark Swarm being thrown down. Send up the Ultralisks. Notice how he's keeping them underneath that Dark Swarm. Distance attacks do not affect units underneath the Dark Swarm. Defiler is doing a little bit of a devouring. Dark Templar being sent underneath the Dark Swarm as well. Ultralisks coming up the ramp. Lots of Dark Templar there to fend off those Zergling attacks. And here comes some Corsairs doing some damage from behind. Going to try and finish off any Overlords. Very nice strategy coming from Nal Ra. He's going to try and make sure his opponent cannot see his Dark Templar. Here we go, more Dark Templar coming in, doing some damage, going after the Defilers now. Gonna finish off those guys that can do some Dark Swarm. Goodbye to those Ultralisks as well. Got a major attack going on now as well inside that expansion base of Mondragon. 4 Dark Templar gonna finish this thing off mighty quick. Nal Ra doing a great job of staying in this game. He has lost quite a few of his buildings, and here he might lose some more as we've got Mondragon making his way over to the left side of the map. Gonna go after those photon cannons, bring over pretty big force. Could be doing some major damage to Nal Ra's base. Nal Ra gonna take advantage of that and do some damage of his own, possibly going after one of the expansions of his opponent. No, he's going after the Overlords. He's gonna try and make sure that his opponent cannot build any units. If you get rid of the Overlords, that means no units for you. Overlords are sort of like the farm units for the Zerg. Still got some action going on inside that 9 o'clock position here on Signal. Mondragon going to try and finish off any kind of buildings over there. Again, he has done some major damage to his opponent. His opponent only with a few Corsairs. I'm surprised we haven't seen many Scourges yet from Mondragon, but I think he is a bit low on the unit count, primarily because he can't really build too many units. He has lost a few Overlords, and that has cost him dearly. But not dearly enough as he comes into the top left expansion. Here comes Nal Ra, though, with several Dark Templar that are almost fully upgraded. Lots of Ultralisks trying to finish off the probes of Nal Ra. Nal Ra getting in his licks, though, making sure to finish off as much of the Ultralisks as he can. He does. Again, no real detectors here for Mondragon. He just doesn't have much to deal with. He's trying to now use Overlords to lure his opponent's Corsairs into the Hydralisks. Hydralisks not going to do that much damage, though. Got a lot of Corsairs in the red, but notice they are still alive. That's what really counts. They could still do damage. Here come the Scourges now, trying to finish off some of those Corsairs. Mondragon trying to get himself some kind of a perimeter defense so he can block those Corsairs. Get some Scourges going. Again, Dark Templar moving their way all around the map here for Nal Ra. He is holding back Mondragon as much as he can. Here comes some more Corsairs, finishing off yet another Overlord of Mondragon. More Scourges coming in now, going to finish off yet another Corsair. But again, Nal Ra just bringing down more and more to reinforce. He is sticking with Corsairs and Dark Templars throughout this fight. They seem to be working. It's a great strategy for what Mondragon is doing versus him. But the real problem here is there really aren't too many expansions going right now for Nal Ra. He is going to start to feel the burn later on, which is why he's getting one down now as I am saying that. Great control of the map right now coming from Nal Ra, making sure his opponent's not getting any Scourges in the air. Dark Templar all over the place. Notice how he brings in his Corsairs first to finish off any Overlords, to make sure that they cannot be seen. Overlords being hidden now. I think a Corsair has just snuck past, though, has seen them. Corsairs making their way down towards the lower right of the map. They cannot carry any units, though, so we're not going to have any probes coming through there anytime soon. We've got Zerglings making their way across the map. Could have a nice little sneak attack coming here from Mondragon. Here comes Mondragon now inside the expansion base of Nal Ra. He has snuck some Zerglings through. Dark Templar all the way across the map. They're not going to be able to do very much. A few Zerglings able to do a whole lot with their upgrades, and they are fully upgraded. They are also known as building annihilators when they are fully upgraded, and you can see why. That expansion base of Nal Ra has taken a serious pounding. Corsairs still all over. Doing a good job of finishing off those Overlords. Notice the many deaths of these Zerglings. They're falling in one hit to these Dark Templar. Beautiful job by Ra sticking in this game as long as he can. Most people would have given up. But Ra still thinks he can win. You have to maintain that attitude if you want to be a pro. Corsairs now running into way too much for them. They're going to have to back off. Dark Templar finishing up some business. Mondragon saying GG. He will take the loss there. Apparently he just ran out of minerals. Mondragon gonna grab the first win in an extremely close matchup. A beautiful strategy pulling out the win for him. Great job thus far. This is Wax Steven for Inside the Game. We're going to have another match coming up soon. I believe it's going to be Warcraft 3 up next. So if you are fond of the Orcs, the Night Elves, the Undead, and hell, why don't we even throw in some humans there as well? Stick around. We're going to have some good stuff coming up soon.